Yo, what is going on, you guys? So, Jadam bring guys a brand new sports cards video. In today's video, we do have quite a controversial video. It will be top 5 cards I believe should be sold. I want to give a quick little disclaimer. This is purely my opinion. A lot of you guys, I'm sure a good chunk of you guys watching this are going to own at least one of these guys, if not maybe 2 or 3 or maybe even all of these players, because they are very popular players. My basic point of this video is a little bit more towards, investing in guys who are a little bit more, established in the league. A lot of these guys, is a common trend, obviously a few are established who I'm going to get into, but I do want to say, a lot of these are very unestablished players who are going for some crazy prices. So I just kind of want to educate you guys here, get you guys thinking, a little bit and sharing my opinions. But before we get into that, I do want to say, as you guys know, I do have my Sports Cards Invest membership program. We've been making an absolute killing in these past few months. If you guys don't know, it's only $6.99 for the month or $40 for the year. And you guys can use code YouTube for 10% off. But yeah, basically, we've been making a killing. I've been telling you guys to buy Lamar Jackson's when his PSA 10s were $1,400 and his PSA 9s were just $200. And a lot of my members last week made an absolute killing. In just a week, it went from $200 to around $600. And in this week's report, he was in my sell list. So he has gone down a little bit, but still, some crazy profits we've been making. And, for $6 to make an easy $200 flip each week is, obviously quite the deal. So if you guys want to go ahead, check that out. My website will be down below. I really appreciate all the support. We recently hit 500 members, which I want to thank you guys so much for. And once again, use code YouTube for 10% off. But without further ado, we're going to hop right into this video. I'm a bit nervous since I'm sure the comments are going to be quite hectic on this video. But the first sell, I believe, is Luka Doncic's Prism PSA 10. This card is obviously one of the most beloved cards in the hobby. I'm a huge Luka Doncic fan. If you guys know anything, I have been absolutely on Luka Doncic for a long time. But recently, he's been on my sell list on my weekly reports. I have been selling my own Luka Doncic's just because his cards, first of all, the first reason is obviously because the prices have gone so damn high. Most recently, his PSA 10s have been selling for $1,100, which is insane, obviously, for, a base card that has that high of a population. Firstly, $1,100 for a card that has, thousands out there, thousands getting graded every month. It's quite scary, honestly. It scares me, so that's definitely the first reason. But secondly, Luka is an insane player. In my opinion, he has, sort of established himself in the league. But, he has not won, and that's the reality. He has, his team is the 7th seed, if you guys don't know. And, they're basically, chances are that they're going to be playing the Clippers in the first round of the playoffs. And me personally, I say the chances that the Mavericks can beat the Clippers is, very slim to none, obviously, unless an injury occurs. I think Kawhi and Paul George, Lou Williams, Montrezl Harrell, they just have such an established championship team in LA that I do not think the Mavericks, being so young, have a good chance at beating the Clippers. Now, I will say this, for long term, Luka Doncic may be a good buy. My personal opinion is I will sell now, and when they get knocked out by the Clippers, if they do, and if my predictions are right and they don't win the championship, right, his prices, I feel, will cool down a little bit. I can obviously see these, honestly, I can see these going down to, $800, $700 to $800 if they lose in the first round to the Clippers. And that will be the time where I will be stacking up and buying, 10s, 20 of, these Luka Doncic Prisms if they go back down to $700. I really like this card for $500. I really like this card when there was $700. But $1,100, I cannot really justify, holding on to mine. So that's personally my opinion. And let me know what you guys think about that. Number 2, we have another firepower guy, Zion Williamson. Zion has, been a quite great player in the 19 games he played. He's been, obviously dominating, obviously. But I personally think Zion is very, very injury prone. And if this guy, obviously for his prices right now, first of all, I do not see them making it past the first round of the playoffs. And second of all, if Zion gets injured, I'm sorry to tell you guys, this thing will be a $200 to $300 card, maybe $500 at max. But if Zion blows out another knee, that's not going to be fun for a lot of you guys who have a lot of money in Zion. Obviously, there are injury risks with every single player in the hobby. There's not a single NBA player, current player, that can't get injured. But Zion Williamson's just been, he basically can't stay healthy. Honestly, right? He's, every time he comes back, he has something that's kind of bothering him, and I'm just not sure, how he will turn out. I personally love Luka a lot more than Zion for long term, just because Luka's, he's established himself, played a lot more games, won Rookie of the Year, and Zion has just been injured. He's played 19 games this season, in which he's played well, but I just can't, no player who's played 19 games, I can justify spending $850 on a PSA 10, and that's just the truth. No matter how good he played in those 19 games, I can't justify spending $850 on a player who's played just 19 games, and that's just the fact of the matter. My opinion, obviously, if Zion makes the playoffs, I can see these prices going up to $1,000. I can see them going up to $1,100. But, and I think there is a chance that, these cards are $1,100. But I do not think it's worth the risk. In my personal opinion, there's a lot of other guys who have upside with a lot less risk, such as, Kevin Durant. In terms of if you're talking about these playoffs, Jimmy Butler has a lot of upside and not too much risk since he's a proven superstar. But, Zion, if he gets injured, that's just, I can see these tanking very fast, and that would be kind of devastating knowing you could have got $850 and now you'd be stuck at like getting $300, $400. So my personal opinion, let me know what you guys think. Once again, I do understand that a lot of you guys have these cards, and I'm very empathetic. I know a lot of you guys are hoping and praying on Zion to, I don't know, make the playoffs, win Rookie of the Year, whatever it is. But I just think that the risk is a little bit high for me for the upside. Obviously, I do not see Zion going past like $1,200. And for that minimal upside, I do not see the risk being worth it. But next up, we do have Kyle Kuzma. Kyle Kuzma is a guy who's gone up a lot just because he's had some great, preseason games. I guess you can call it scrimmages, right? But I believe that when the season does restart, you will be seeing a lot less Kyle Kuzma. I do not believe he will be getting the same amount of playing time simply because the Lakers have Anthony Davis, LeBron James, and when the season does restart, and the playoffs stuff starts to get real, you're not going to see Kuzma. He's kind of a young player who hasn't really established himself, and I do not see, the Lakers coaching staff giving him a green light to go ahead, take all of his shots, and, obviously he's not the best defender, so he's a liability on the defensive end. So I just personally believe Kuzma is, quite overpriced at $200, honestly. I believe he is a sell, in my opinion. If I had any Kuzmas, I would have sold. I do regret not buying any because I, should have seen that the hype was going to get there, and the hype is at a crazy level, honestly. To have someone like Kuzma, who has been very inconsistent, has been very injured throughout the season, be $200, I would personally cash out. I'm not sure exactly, what you guys, I think there is some upside if he does play well in the 8 games before the playoffs. I can see that kind of working out, but at the same time, like I said with Zion, just not worth the risk, honestly. And I know these are tough things for me to say. Like, really, I feel like a lot of people have just been riding with Luka, Zion, Kuzma, all these hyped up guys. But I'm just here to, I guess, bring another side of the argument and, just kind of open your guys' eyes. But next up is probably the most nervous I've ever been to say something like this, but Giannis Antetokounmpo. A lot of people, the hobby loves Giannis, and I do too. Giannis is definitely a great, he's a great player. I'm not, obviously he's probably the MVP. Not gonna lie, he's probably the MVP. However, as somebody's prisms are $5,000, I look to see if they've won championships, right? That's really what it comes down to at the end of the day, I feel. I'm really, skeptical about where his prices will go if he does not win a championship. His expectations have been set so high that I feel if he does not win a championship, everybody's kind of going to be questioning it again. People just kind of have such high expectations of the guy that, if he does not totally perform, which I personally believe, he does need a second star to win a championship in this, in today's NBA, right? You have LeBron and Anthony Davis, two absolute superstars in the top, 10 players in the NBA. You have Kawhi and Paul George. Kawhi is a top 3, top 4 NBA playoff player. Paul George is another star power. Then you have Lou Williams, Montrezl Harrell. You have a lot of meat there. And then with Giannis, it's kind of Giannis and then inconsistent teammates like Chris Middleton. So that's my only thing. At $4,500, you must have at least one championship. I'm sorry. I don't know. That's my opinion. I personally have sold off on my Giannis. I've had him in my sell list a few times on my weekly reports. Yeah, that's my personal opinion. I know a lot of you guys are going to disagree with it, and I totally understand. Giannis, long-term, I think is a great play. Long-term, I think he will be one of the 2 best players in the NBA, which he already is, and I believe he will eventually win championships. But I'm just saying, I would sell now if he does not win the championship this year, which I just don't think is the Bucks haven't enough pieces on their team to win a championship. I think his prices are going to go down to $2,500 to $3,000. And, it's definitely worth selling at $4,500. If there's a chance they go down to $3,000 or $2,500, you can buy back, right? So that's my personal opinion. Once again, let me know what you guys think, again, in the comment section below. Next up, we do have Ball. This man has been injured a lot as well. I understand the hype. Everyone loves Ball, but, realistically, do you think he should be at the price of De'Aaron Fox? Do you think he should be the price of guys who are well-established in the NBA? No, I personally don't, right? For $50 for a base PSA 10, you could get a lot of other guys who are more established, who potentially can have a crazy upside. And if Ball gets injured again, his prices are going to go down a lot. He's very tall, very skinny, which is scary because that's where a lot of the injuries occur with, guys like Shaq, guys like, Ball who have a tough time, holding themselves up and, playing at such a high level without getting injured. So my personal opinion is Ball is a sell right now. Let me know what you guys think of this video down below. A lot of controversial picks. I do, these are personally my opinion. Once again, you guys can definitely let us know what you guys think of my picks down below. Once again, if you guys would like to join my membership, link down below. Make some money with me if you guys would like. But other than that, I hope y'all enjoyed, and I'm out. Peace.